Hey guys, how are you today? Welcome to another movie review. I'm happy to be here. I know you are too. Purr. Right, so let's get straight into it. What movie are we reviewing today? Okay, okay, okay. I will stay here for the record that I am not one that would like to criticize anyone's work or anyone's project, and I'm just here to tell the truth about my opinion about certain projects and what I think about them and how I think they should have gone better. That being said, I know you know that I'm going to talk about a movie that I was not pleased with the outcome, right? So today's review is about Water and Garri. I loved the cinematography of this movie, like the mood, the lighting, the coloring of the whole movie was very nostalgic, very Caribbean, very island vibe kind of thing. It was beautiful. Unusual for a Nollywood project. I didn't really feel like that Nollywood project kind of feel. Looked very expensive, obviously very expensive, very beautiful as well, right? And the story was my bone of contention. The story was where I thought, God, but why? God, why, oh Lord, have thou done this to me? Oh my God. The summary of it for me was like, it felt like an extended music video without too much music in it. Speaking about the music for this, the soundtrack of this movie was very beautiful. I mean, it's Tiwa Savage, right? The soundtrack was very beautiful, very interesting to watch. But you see, the thing that made it a movie that you actually say that this was a movie, this was a Nollywood movie, it was not there. I said it. The storyline did not gel. I feel like if they had a more cohesive storyline, cohesive in the sense that there were too many disjointed elements and parts of this movie, and so much of the stories were not stretched out and developed properly, right? What's the storyline, you say? I shall tell you. It's a story about a young girl who grew up in a town called Eastside. Now, in my mind, I'm like, is it Africa? Is it the Caribbean? Where is it? That wasn't established. So it was just like Islamish, ghetto-ish kind of place, but the location, it was kind of like unknown. At the point, it was obviously Ibadan, if you've lived in Ibadan, if you've seen it, right? But they didn't name drop on any town, which I felt was good. It was kind of mysterious, and it's making my mind work as a viewer, right? And her brother died and she left the town. We were not told what came about her leaving the town, because it was said to us that she grew up in poverty. So how did she get the money to did she walk there? Did she fly? How did she get there? That was not established. Do you know what I mean? And 10 years down the line, she's a successful businesswoman, running her own fashion empire, and her cousin then died, and she's back into the country, and she's coming to do what exactly? Do you know what I mean? She's back there, and we only had a scene that told us that she's trying to develop her business in the country, but it was just like a one-liner said about that, and that was it. Then she meets old G's from the neighborhood and people that you haven't seen 10 years before. You are suddenly on their motorcycle romancing their chest, and you are going someplace with them. Girl, sit down. right? In essence, what I'm trying to say is there are parts of the stories that I needed it to make sense but did not make sense. It was not flowing. It did not meander through the pipeline and through the thought process and through the, orishirishi to cook that soup very well and give it back to me to eat. The house were not thoroughly explained, I would say, and when it came to the character development, the plots, the different elements that made up the movie as well, there were some events that just did not link correctly, in my opinion, to the whole mood of the movie, and they were kind of like standalone, which is why I said in the beginning that it felt like an elongated music video, because bits and pieces were kind of like cut here, put there, and trying to make it a whole element. So that's what I feel about Water and Garri, and that's my honest review about it. Again, taking nothing away from the project in terms of quality, the acting was pretty decent as well. Tiwa Savage did well. She did well, and for a debut performance, anyway. And yeah, so will I recommend, if you want to see Tiwa Savage as an actress, you may watch. But if you're looking for extra flavorful storyline, engaging movie, maybe not this one, maybe the next one. Yeah. So yeah, over 10, a 3 over 10, and that all goes into the quality of production and cinematography, the coloring of the movie, which are the elements that I liked about it as well. Yeah, the supporting actors, kudos to you guys for being on this project, and hope to see something, more exciting in the next one. So if you've watched it, please do let me know, like, share, subscribe, and drop a line about your thoughts about Water and Garri the movie, and let me know what you think. Have a good one, guys.